why erections get harder after 55, and how to bring them back naturally. There's a moment many men over 55 dread when what once happened effortlessly suddenly doesn't. A long glance, a warm touch, even a loving thought, and the body used to respond instantly. But now, it hesitates. And so do you. How? 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 Ha? 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 Hello, and welcome to Healthy and Happy Seniors. I'm Dr. Julia Siller, and today we're diving into one of the most misunderstood topics in men's health: erections after age 55. If you've been silently wondering what changed and whether it can be reversed, this is the video you've been waiting for. And let me be clear, this isn't just another lecture. This episode is packed with science-based insights, real patient stories, natural techniques, and practical strategies that can change not just your performance, but your confidence and well-being. So I encourage you watch this video to the very end, because every section builds on the last. And trust me, you'll want to understand the full picture. If this topic resonates with you or someone you care about, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below, and share this with someone who might need it. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment number 1 below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's break the silence around aging and sexual health together. What's actually happening inside your body? As a urologist, I often remind my patients, erectile function is a vascular event, not just a sexual one. It's deeply connected to your heart, health, hormone levels, and neurological response. With age typically starting in the late 40s and accelerating after 55, several physiological changes quietly take place. First, blood vessels begin to lose elasticity. The endothelium, which lines your arteries, becomes less responsive to nitric oxide, the key molecule responsible for relaxing and expanding blood vessels. As a result, blood flow to peripheral areas like the penis is reduced. And because achieving and maintaining an erection relies entirely on sufficient blood flow, this becomes a challenge. Second, testosterone production naturally declines by about 1% per year after age 30. In most men, this hormone plays a vital role in libido, stamina, mood regulation, and even blood vessel responsiveness. Lower levels can lead to reduced sexual desire, fatigue, and a slower response to arousal. Finally, neurochemical response changes with age. Dopamine, the neurotransmitter involved in reward and sexual anticipation, may not as rapidly. The brain still recognizes stimuli, but the communication between mind and body slows down slightly, especially under stress or fatigue. So if you're noticing that erections aren't as firm or don't occur as quickly as before, understand this. It's not failure, it's physiology. But here's the good news. While aging is inevitable, decline is not. With targeted lifestyle changes and evidence-based strategies, you can dramatically improve blood flow, hormone balance, and overall sexual performance naturally. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment number 1 below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Albert's story. From frustrated to fulfilled. Let me share the story of one of my patients, Albert. He's 72 years old. A retired auto mechanic, a strong, no-nonsense kind of man who spent most of his life solving problems under the hood. But when he came to my office, there was hesitation in his voice. He looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I used to fix engines with my hands. Now I can't even start my own." He wasn't referring to his car. He was talking about something far more personal, the loss of confidence and sexual function he'd never had to think twice about in the past. We ran the usual assessments: cardiovascular function, hormone levels, blood pressure, glucose. His heart was in decent shape. No major red flags, but his lifestyle told a different story. He was sedentary most of the day. His diet was high in fried foods and refined carbohydrates. Physical activity? Minimal. Sleep? Inconsistent. Stress? High. Didn't admit it at first. Albert's condition wasn't simply the result of aging. It was the cumulative effect of years of overlooked habits that were slowly impairing his circulation, hormone function, and vascular responsiveness, all critical components of erectile health. We didn't reach for a prescription pad. Instead, we developed a personalized, evidence-based plan focused on daily movement, 30-minute walks, 5 times a week, nutritional correction, reducing trans fats and processed sugars, increasing foods that support nitric oxide production, pelvic floor engagement, a few simple Kegel exercises tailored to men, stress modulation, breathing techniques, and better sleep hygiene. 3 months later, Albert walked back into my office. He looked lighter, more confident. He smiled and said, "Doc, turns out I just needed a tune up." It wasn't a miracle. It was medicine. The kind rooted in habit change, self-awareness, and commitment. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment number 1 below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Nutrition and blood flow, why what you eat matters. When it comes to restoring healthy sexual function, nutrition is not just supportive, it's foundational. As a physician, I've seen time and time again that what a man eats shows up not only in his lab results, but also in his ability to maintain an erection. The connection lies in blood flow, and more specifically, in a molecule called nitric oxide. No. Nitric oxide is the key signaling molecule that tells blood vessels to relax and dilate, allowing blood to flow more freely throughout the body, including to the penis during arousal. But as we age, nitric oxide production tends to decline, especially if we're not giving our bodies the right building blocks through our diet. Here's what I recommend to patients who want to improve erectile function naturally. Foods that boost nitric oxide and support circulation. Leafy greens such as spinach, arugula, and beet greens are rich in dietary nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide. Watermelon contains an amino acid called citrulline, which enhances nitric oxide production. Dark berries like blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are packed with antioxidants that protect blood vessels from oxidative damage. Fatty fish such as salmon and sardines, as well as walnuts and flax seeds, provide omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation and support vascular health. Dark chocolate, with high cocoa content, contains flavonoids that improve endothelial function and circulation. What to limit or avoid? Fried foods and trans fats, which impair endothelial function and lead to plaque buildup in arteries. Refined sugars and processed carbohydrates, which spike insulin and contribute to metabolic dysfunction. Excess alcohol, which can suppress testosterone levels and interfere with nerve signaling. Nutrition affects not only the integrity of your blood vessels, but also testosterone production, inflammation levels, and your body's ability to respond to arousal signals. Every meal is a message to your vascular system The question is whether it's helping or harming. I often tell my patients, if it's good for your heart, it's good for your erection. Because in the end, your sexual health is a mirror of your overall health, and your plate is a powerful place to begin. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment number 1 below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Physical activity, the most overlooked pillar of erectile health. One of the most effective, yet often underestimated, strategies for improving erectile function is physical activity. Not only does movement support cardiovascular health, but it also plays a direct role in maintaining healthy blood flow and hormonal balance, both essential for sexual performance. Erections are, at their core, a vascular event. If blood isn't circulating efficiently through your arteries, it becomes increasingly difficult to achieve or maintain an erection. Physical activity addresses this at multiple levels. Aerobic exercises, such as brisk walking, cycling, or swimming, improve endothelial function, reduce arterial stiffness, and help manage blood pressure, all of which contribute to improved circulation. Just 30 minutes of moderate walking 5 days per week has been shown to significantly reduce the risk of erectile dysfunction in older men. Resistance training, like lifting weights or performing bodyweight exercises, also supports testosterone production, which naturally declines with age. Maintaining muscle mass and a healthy metabolism through strength training has been linked to increased libido and better erectile function. Additionally, there is a specific category of exercise that many men are unaware of: pelvic floor strengthening, commonly known as Kegel exercises. Though more widely known for their benefits in women, Kegels are equally important for men. Strengthening the pelvic floor muscles improves the rigidity of erections and enhances control during ejaculation. These muscles support the base of the penis and play a key role in maintaining pressure during arousal. To identify the correct muscle group, try stopping the flow of urine midstream. That contraction is your pelvic floor working. Practice tightening those muscles for 5 seconds, then release for 5 seconds. Repeat this 10 to 15 times per session, 2 to 3 times daily. Many of my patients report noticeable improvements in firmness and control within a few weeks of consistent practice. In short, physical activity isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years, including your intimate life. A strong body supports strong performance. And like any other muscle, if you don't use it, you lose it. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment number 1 below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Stress, anxiety, and the mind-body disconnect. In my clinical experience, one of the most underrated causes of erectile difficulties is psychological stress. While we often focus on hormones, blood vessels, and lifestyle habits, we cannot overlook the powerful impact the mind has on the body. When a man is under chronic stress, the body responds by releasing high levels of cortisol, the primary stress hormone. Elevated cortisol disrupts the delicate hormonal balance required for healthy sexual function. It can suppress testosterone, weaken nitric oxide production, and raise blood pressure, all of which directly interfere with the physiological processes involved in achieving and maintaining an erection. What's more, performance anxiety can create a negative feedback loop. A man may become preoccupied with whether he can perform, which leads to more tension, physical stress, and loss of focus. In that state, the body essentially interprets sex as a threat, not a pleasurable experience. And the result? A blocked arousal response, and failure becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is extremely common, especially among men in midlife and beyond. Many carry silent pressures to be strong, to satisfy their partner, to prove they haven't lost it. But the body doesn't respond to pressure. It responds to safety, connection, and relaxation. One of the most effective interventions I recommend is simple, yet profound. Slow down. Practices like deep diaphragmatic breathing, mindfulness, meditation, or even just spending quiet, screen-free time each day can significantly reduce stress levels. Getting adequate sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours per night, helps regulate hormones and improves overall resilience to stress. And if anxiety becomes persistent or starts affecting other areas of life, seeking support from a licensed therapist is not a weakness. It's a powerful act of self-care. In fact, many patients who combine physical wellness with mental health support see faster and longer-lasting improvements in their sexual function. Bottom line, sexual health isn't just about the body. It's about the brain, the heart, and the nervous system. When all three are in harmony, the body knows what to do naturally. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment, number 1, below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Natural techniques that enhance blood flow and performance. In addition to foundational changes in diet, exercise, and stress management, there are several simple, non-invasive techniques that can support better circulation and improve erectile function, especially when practiced consistently. These approaches are not meant to replace medical treatment when necessary, but they can be powerful complementary tools that work with the body's natural systems. 1. Warm compress therapy. Applying a warm compress to the lower abdomen or pelvic region can help stimulate localized blood flow. Heat promotes vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels, which can temporarily increase circulation to the pelvic organs. This technique is particularly helpful for men who feel tension or tightness in the lower body or who have poor circulation due to sedentary habits. Use a warm, not hot, towel or heating pad for about 10-15 minutes, preferably before intimacy or after exercise, to relax the area and encourage blood flow. 2. Hydrotherapy and temperature cycling. Alternating between warm and cold water in the shower, particularly around the thighs and lower abdomen, can enhance vascular responsiveness. This practice, sometimes referred to as contrast therapy, works by stimulating the blood vessels to expand and contract, effectively training the vascular system. Start with warm water for a few minutes, then briefly switch to cool water for 30-60 seconds. Repeat this cycle a few times. It can also be used as part of a broader circulatory health routine, particularly for those with mild vascular insufficiency. 3. Gentle stretching of the pelvic region. Tight muscles in the hips, pelvis, and lower back can restrict blood flow and create unnecessary pressure on the pelvic floor. Gentle stretches, such as hip openers, forward bends, and deep squats, help restore mobility and reduce physical tension. Incorporating a few minutes of pelvic-focused stretching into your daily routine, especially after long periods of sitting, can improve comfort, flexibility, and circulation over time. 4. Sunlight exposure and vitamin D. Vitamin D plays a key role in testosterone regulation, immune function, and even mood. Yet, many older adults are deficient in this essential nutrient, especially those who spend most of their time indoors. Spending just 15 to 20 minutes in natural morning sunlight, with arms, legs, or face exposed, can help support healthy vitamin D production. Always be mindful of sun safety, especially in regions with high UV exposure, but moderate, controlled sunlight can be an effective and natural hormone support. 5. Prioritizing sleep. Finally, never underestimate the impact of sleep on sexual health. During deep sleep, the body produces testosterone, regulates stress hormones, and repairs tissues, all of which contribute to healthy erectile function. Men who consistently sleep less than 6 hours per night are significantly more likely to experience erectile difficulties. Establishing a consistent sleep schedule, reducing blue light exposure before bed, and creating a calm bedtime environment can greatly improve not only sexual health, but overall vitality. These techniques may seem simple, even obvious. But in medicine, it's often the small daily habits repeated consistently that create the greatest long-term change. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment, number 1 below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. When it's time to see a doctor. While lifestyle changes can significantly improve sexual function for many men, there are times when professional evaluation is not just helpful, it's essential. If you've implemented healthy diet changes, begun regular physical activity, addressed stress, and applied natural techniques for several months without noticeable improvement, it's time to consult a qualified medical provider. Persistent or worsening erectile difficulties can be an early warning sign of deeper issues, including cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, low testosterone, hypogonadism, hypertension, or high cholesterol. Neurological conditions affecting nerve signaling. As a urologist, I begin with a thorough medical history and physical exam, followed by targeted blood work. Key markers include total and free testosterone levels, lipid profile, blood glucose, or HbA1c, and sometimes vascular imaging if needed. In some cases, hormone replacement therapy may be appropriate. In others, oral medications known as PDE5 inhibitors such as sildenafil or tadalafil can be safely prescribed. But these are never one-size-fits-all solutions. They must be evaluated in the context of a patient's heart health, medication use, and personal goals. There are also alternative therapies worth exploring, including vacuum erection devices, low-intensity shockwave therapy, and evidence-based supplements. But again, these should be pursued under medical supervision. Seeking help is not a sign of failure. It's a proactive, intelligent step toward improving your quality of life. In fact, many of the men I treat say that addressing their sexual health led them to discover and resolve other hidden health issues they had previously ignored. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment, number 1 below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now that you understand what's truly happening inside your body and what's within your power to change, I hope you're walking away not with fear, but with clarity. You've learned today that aging does bring change. But decline? That's a choice, and one you don't have to accept. With the right tools, movement, nutrition, mindset, and when necessary, medical support, your sexual health, your energy, and your connection to your partner can thrive. So here's my question to you. What's one change you're willing to commit to today? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. Your story matters here. And if you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because on this channel, Healthy and Happy Seniors, we're building a future where growing older means growing stronger. Take care of your body, be kind to your mind, and remember, the best is not behind you, it's just ahead.